Namaste. Hi there, it's me, Stacey Lee, and of course I'm here with Miss Foxy Brown. Welcome to yoga, and thank you for joining me. You may have just seen me rise up off the ground using the block for assistance. You know, our yoga block is our friend. Sometimes it gives us assistance in an exercise by bringing the ground closer to us. Sometimes it allows us to feel an exercise differently. And so for today's session, we'll be using the block throughout class today. I sure hope you have one. If you don't have a block, you can grab a thick sofa cushion or a pillow from your bed, something that's a little bit firm. You'll need a mat for today's class or a carpet, and you should also have a small hand towel to keep you feeling comfortable. This session is all about building yogic strength, so some non-traditional exercises to help us feel stronger in some of the more traditional exercises in other classes. Let's move down to the ground together. Separate your feet just like this, and you can hold a block in one hand if you have it. You can also place one hand on your front thigh and lower down to your mat, leaning on the block. See how nice that is? Once you arrive down on the ground, come into a side saddle, and there's no rush. Place the block on the floor, right where your head will be. And then once you lay down on your side, you'll roll onto your back with the block under your head, just like a pillow. Feet on the floor. Relax your shoulders back, and just allow your neck a little bit of room, a little bit of space as you rock your head gently from the right to the left. Now because the block is firm, unlike your pillow on your bed, you can actually press your ear into the block. Now you don't need to press so hard that you have pain, just taking advantage of your ability to build a little bit of neck strength here. Let's do this 2 more times. And last time. Now come into the center. Exhale your navel down and lift your shoulders up as you remove the block, and lower down again. I'd like you to lift your shoulders up off the ground and press the block up as high as you can, and then lower down. We're just going to do a little bit of abdominal work. Not too many of these, but sometimes it's really nice to feel the sensation of pressing your block up even higher every time. Let's just do 2 more of these. Exhale. Navel down, shoulders up. Last time. This time, lower your shoulders down and lower your head down. Take your block over your head and stretch your legs out. Ooh, reach the block as far away as you can, pressing it over your head. Now cross your left ankle over your right ankle and bend over to the side for my favorite stretch, the banana stretch. Come back into the center, and let's do the other side. Cross your right leg over and bend all the way across, pressing your block as far away from you as you can. Now that you've lengthened your side bodies, return to the center. Slide your feet back in again. Bring the block into your chest, and then position it lengthwise in your hands. Exhale, lift your hips up and slide the block under your spine. You should be able to feel the edges, the bottom end of the block, and then lower your hips down. So you're very supported now, and your fingers are on the block. We're going to return to a little more core work. Lift one knee up, and then the other knee up. Now I'd like you to watch your legs. So keep your eyes on your left leg as you tap your right toes down and then come up. Keep your eyes on your right leg as you tap your left leg down and up. So your goal is to keep your legs very still. very still. Now as you watch your legs, bring your mindful attention to drawing your navel, your belly button, down towards your block. Let's have 4 more slow taps. Ooh, this is hard work. And 3. And 2. Keeping your legs as still as you can, last time. And now slowly lower one leg down and the other leg down. Exhale and lift your hips off the block and keep your seat muscles engaged. Keep squeezing tight. Now, if you do a lot of Pilates classes, maybe these exercises were easy for you. But if you are a traditional yogi, these exercises may have been a little bit challenging for you. And how exciting is that? To be able to find new challenges every single day. That's what a fun, exciting life is all about. I'm hoping that you still have your hips up. Let's move your block away from your hips and slowly lower your hips down to the mat. And then swish your knees gently from side to side. Nice easy twist. Please don't force anything. And this time, roll to the side facing me. And fold both legs. And now place the block on top of your folded leg. Place your fingertips on that block. And now lift your leg up to the side and lower down without touching the other leg. Now each time you lift up, I'd like you to use your hand and push into your leg so you're resisting the lift. It won't be long until you feel the side of your leg really working hard here. So you're acting as your own resistance. You're creating your own resistance. If this feels too strong for you, you don't have to push down quite as hard. Let's have 3 more. Exhale, strengthening the outer thigh. 2 more. And the side of your butt. Last one. Lower down and roll onto your back. Now, whichever leg was just doing the work, for me it was my left leg. I'd like you to fold that leg now. Place your ankle on the opposite knee. And now press into your leg. So you're holding the block between your hands and your leg. And you can use this as resistance to stretch and release those tight muscles. And the nice thing about these blocks is you can use any height. If you need a higher block, you could turn it to the side and even higher still. Please take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Soften away from your leg. Uncross your leg, place it on the floor, and roll back to the same side just like you did. Place the block in front of you. Now your top arm will drape over your body. Your hand comes to the block. And now a one-armed push up to come up, and let's lower down again. Push up and lower down. Gently, gracefully, last time, one arm push up. Go for it. All right, good job. I bet you never thought you'd be doing one arm push-ups, huh? Come onto your hands and knees, a tabletop position. And if you have a towel, you could place it underneath your knees now. Bring the block out in front of you, tabletop position, and now sink your hips back to child's pose and then slide the block just under your forehead. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Even if your hips don't touch, that's okay. And very gently rock your head from side to side, Rock your head from side to side, soothing your forehead. Return to the center. Press up to tabletop. And now bring your right fingers behind your head and twist open to your right. And then draw your elbows together. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, I made it. Twist to your right. And then elbow to elbow. And last time, twist to your right. And now you'll thread the needle, which means you'll thread your hand underneath your arm and rest your shoulder on the block. And you might need to snug your knees a little bit closer to the block, and then you can relax your head down. This is a really creative way to enter into thread the needle. You still get all the benefits of twisting through your torso, but you can relax your neck a little bit. So see how you like the exercise on this side. If you take a lot of yoga classes, you practice thread the needle a lot, and you get to make the choice when we get to the other side if you'd like to use your block or not. Okay, one arm push-up, same way as before, except without the block. Push yourself up and come to a kneeling position. So help yourself up to your knees. Place the block just on the outside of your left foot. And now place your fingertips on the block. You see I'm using the block in its highest position. And sweep your right arm up. Look at your fingertips. Exhale, engage your seat, press your hips forward, forward, forward. Keep your eyes on your hands and draw a line on the ceiling. We're just going to come back a little bit as you lean on your block. Nice spinal extension here. Feels nice. Come back up to kneeling and sweep your arm down. And let's do that whole sequence on the other side. So lower down. Walk over to the other side. Move into side saddle position, please. And then lower your body down to your side. So both knees are bent. At this moment, your right leg should be on top, and now you'll take this block and rest it on your bent leg. Place your fingertips on the block, and as you lift, just resist the lifted leg. So you're behaving like your very own personal trainer. Each time you lift your leg, please exhale. And exhale. Deep breathing, a little bit of a humming sensation, pressing into your block. Pressing into your block. We've got just one more. Make this one count. Right now, I really feel this on my outer thigh and glutes. I sure hope you do too. And lower down. It's sometimes a challenging muscle group to focus on and to isolate. So congratulations. Roll onto your back, please. And now you'll fold that same leg. And place the block on the inside of your knee and press your knee away from you. So now you'll feel the stretch in the same area that you were just strengthening. And remember, you could use the block in its lower position or a higher position or even higher. Now as you press, your resistance should be slow and steady and kind. Remember, you're not trying to hurt yourself, just to provide a little bit of resistance. Such a nice deep stretch. Feels so good. And then soften away from this stretch and unfold your leg. Roll to your side again. So now you're on your left side body. Place the block in front of you, and your top arm, which is my right arm, I hope we're on the same side, place your hand on the block and get ready for a one arm push-up. All right, gently and gracefully lower your body down. And do that again. Gently and gracefully. That's number 3. I think we need 4 of them on this side. I believe so. Otherwise, you've got one bonus. Okay, nice work. Come on up to the top. And let's transition to tabletop facing the left side of your room. Place your towel. Now this time as we move into child's pose, you'll place the block behind you, back towards your seat. And see if you can rest your hips. If you're not able to, then you can lift the block up a little bit higher. So resting on the block, and then walk your hands down. Now this time, bring your hands out wider and allow your chest to sink down, and then rest your head. And if your head doesn't quite touch, that's okay. Just take a deep breath in. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, crawl your fingers forward. Last time, deep breath. Exhale, melt down. And press yourself up to tabletop. You'll need to reach through, grab your block, and place it in front of you lengthwise. Now your left fingertips come behind your head. And you'll twist open to your left. And then draw elbow to elbow touch. Do it again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time, thread the needle so your palm is open. Rest your shoulder. I'm going to have to scoot up a little bit. Rest your shoulder onto the block. Take your time lowering down. And then allow your head to hang off the top of the block. Now, if you really like the way this feels for you, next time you practice thread the needle in a yoga class, you can always place the block underneath your shoulder. A deep breath in and a very long exhale. Okay, we've got a 1-arm push-up. Get ready for it. Push up. And now come to a tabletop position. One hand at a time. Walk your hands up. You can bring your block with you. And now place the block in front of your right ankle. As you lean back, place your fingertips or your hand on the block, but also engage your seat. So press your hips forward. Stretch your left arm up. Gaze your eyes upon your fingers and then draw a line along the ceiling just a little bit. Pressing your hips forward, lifting up, reaching back. Now sweep your arm down. Let's try another version of the camel pose because it's so good for you. First of all, let's fold our toes, stretching the bottom of your feet. If your feet begin to cramp, just bring your feet back. But that would be a good indication that you need a few more foot exercises in your life. So we're stretching the bottom of our feet, and then you'll take the block back behind you. Press your palms into the side of the block, and then lift the block high. As you open up your chest, simultaneously draw your tailbone down towards your mat. Tilt your chin up just a little bit. Take a deep breath in. A long exhale. Say, one more time. Inhale. Exhale. And soften from this posture. Place the block on the floor. Shift your legs into side saddle. Good for you. That's quite a bit of yogic strength that you've been practicing. Now, I'd like you to scoot back on your mat and bring your feet out in front of you. So this is a very traditional yogic exercise that you might already know. It's called Baddha Konasana, otherwise known as the butterfly. Now you're welcome to stay right here. You might also know the option of sitting on your block. But today I'll give you a different option. Bring your block underneath your feet. So you'll lean back and slide the block under your feet. And now keep your hands back behind you. Lengthen through your spine and press your feet together. Now you've got lots of room. Now if you find that your knees are up very high, that's okay. I'd like you to engage your seat muscles. See if you could draw your knees a little bit closer to the ground. Uh-oh, that sneeze is coming back. Gone. How about that? I don't know about you, but I'm having crazy allergies this year. Lots of pollen in the air, especially when I'm up in the mountains. There's so much pine pollen. It's really been, whew. That's why it's so important that we breathe deep in yoga class. Now, if you're able to walk yourself up a little bit more, please do. You can even prop up to your fingers. And if it feels good to you, you can scoot your seat closer to your feet. Let's take one more round of breath here. Inhale. Okay, slide your feet off the block, lowering down gracefully. And bring your block over to the right side of your mat. Now, fold your right leg in and fold your left leg up. So this is called the seated goddess pose. So one knee is down or closer to the ground, one knee is up, and I'd like you to hold on to your leg. And if it feels good to you, slide your leg in towards your body. Give yourself a big hug. Now use your leg as leverage to lift your body, to lengthen your spine. Please take a deep breath in. A long exhale. Okay, soften your spine and walk your hands over to the block. Now your left hip will come off the floor a little bit, but you'll keep your legs in the same position and see if you can bring your feet together. And then twist over to the right side of the room and do your best to turn your shoulders. You might feel more comfort lowering down to your elbows. This is going to give your spine a deep twist. Exhale deeply. And now walk yourself back up. And crisscross your legs to an easy seat. Keep the block over here on the right. Stretch up with your left. And then just lean over, get a nice deep stretch over to the right side of the room. Press your thumb back behind you. Draw your top shoulder back and your bottom shoulder forward like a flower petal blooming. You might notice that I've rested down on my forearm. You could do the same. Now turn your eyes up and smile because you get to exercise today. You are building your strength posture by posture. Congratulations, you showed up. Sweep your arm up. You know, we have to pay attention to those small victories because they add up, don't they? Every day. All right, let's do one quick butterfly. And if you liked your Baddha Konasana with your block underneath your feet, then add it back again. I'm gonna add mine. Remember to sit very tall so you can hold your shins, or you can bring your hands back behind you. So this is building strength through your spine and flexibility in your hips. If you feel any tightness in your hips, you could say, I release and I let go. I release and I let go. I release and I let go. Okay, soften from this posture. Move the block. Place the block on the left side. Fold your left leg in. Fold your right leg up. And shimmy your body into position. Try to bring your feet together and give your thigh a good hug. Now twist over towards your left and place your hands on their block. Maybe they'll reach, maybe not. You might need to lean onto your left leg, and that's perfectly fine in this posture. If you'd like to, you can lower down to your elbows. Now you'll feel a deep twisting through your spine. Exhale a lot, please. Walk up slowly. Come to an easy seat, so gently crisscrossing your legs. Place your left hand on the block, stretch up with your right, and reach all the way across your body over to the left side of the room. Now I've just lowered down to my forearm. You might want to do the same. Please anchor your hip onto your mat or carpet. Draw your top shoulder back, your bottom shoulder forward. Eyes up and smile. You know why. Sweep your arm all the way up, please, and relax down. Now roll your shoulders up and back a few times. Now we're going to take the block over to the side. And once again, you'll lay down side saddle. So fold your legs. Side saddle, lower down. And roll onto your back. Now I'd like you to take the block sideways, okay? Press into your feet and lift your hips up. Slide the block right under your seat, just like we did before, but now you'll hold the outside edges of the block. Lift one leg up, then the other leg up, just like before. Now lift one leg up, and the other leg up. You'll feel yourself tilting just a little bit, and you can allow your legs to kind of melt over your body. But please hold on to the block. We don't want it to slide away. So hold on to it with firm fingers, but don't grip too hard. And I almost never say this, you can relax your feet. If you'd like to make circles in your ankles, please do. And then circle in the other direction. And now flex your ankles as hard as you can and pull your toes to your nose. I bet you were waiting for me to say that. And then soften your ankles, and let's do it just one more time. Press through your heels. So this is encouraging you to lengthen your hamstrings. All right, so press, 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 and now relax your feet. So keep your leg as straight as you can, but keep your feet relaxed, and then relax your upper body. Continue to hold the block, but relax your upper body. This is a modified version of legs up the wall. And right now we're draining the blood out of our feet and draining the lymphatic system just a little bit. This particular posture, whether you do it like this or actually with your legs on the wall, well, this is one of the most relaxing and restorative postures available to human beings, our human body. So just enjoy the sensations. You might feel a cooling sensation in your feet and in your ankles. If you notice that you have swelling in your ankles and lower legs, This is a great exercise for you to practice. And it's just so relaxing. Let's bend our knees now. Place one foot down and then the other foot. Please lift your hips up and slide the block away off to the side. Slide your legs out and allow your toes to drop out to the sides of the room. You could flip your palms up to receive the abundance that is your birthright, or flip your palms down if you need to feel more grounded and stable today. Now I encourage you to close your eyes. Please take a deep breath in. And a long exhale, just melt. Once again, inhale. And say to yourself, self, I'm so proud of you for showing up. You've moved your body. You breathed deeply. You increased your strength. You boosted your flexibility. Self, you're a slightly different person than you were just 30 minutes ago, and you are moving in the right direction. I encourage you to stay here in your Shavasana for about 3 to 5 minutes, even after this video ends. Allow all the work you did to spread throughout your body. It was an honor and privilege to be your guide. Thank you for joining me today.